Imagine this. The today's world, the era we're living in, requires you to have a high stability and relatively and typically high salary, while everyone is looking for jobs, opportunities, and everything is expensive nowadays. Good morning, Madam Chairman and audiences. As millennials and Gen Z, this house options us to job hopping. I firmly believe that this is true, but before before we discuss our arguments, let us first define and clarify some important terms and subjects in this debate. I believe what is meant by job hopping is an act of individuals changing their place of work, such as to different companies, fields, etc. So we define the topic as millennials and Gen Zs searching for and changing for different jobs after a period of time. I believe that this statement is true, supported by three arguments: opportunity research, materials for portfolio, and solution to massive layoffs. Now, I will discuss the first argument. Job hopping can and may be used as means to search for opportunities. Different companies offer different kinds of opportunities. There is no single company or employer in this modern era that could promise long-term stability and growth. For example, an employee can miss a bigger salary offered by another company that that looked small years ago, but the offer can generate a bigger pay for him now. He could have got it if he only had accepted the offer. This is what missed opportunity looks like. I do acknowledge that job hopping is still risky because those opportunities don't guarantee long-term stability. But job hopping opens many unseen doors to success rather than being stuck with one one job with stability but with lesser pay. And remember, stability is still not guaranteed. As we have discussed, job hopping can and may be used as means to search for opportunities, and hence this house options millennials and Gen Z into job hopping. Now, because of this reason, we have to uphold this motion. 2. Now, rather than opportunities, there is also another factor. Job hopping provides materials for portfolios. The better your portfolio is, the more likely you are to be seen as valuable to major companies. This is because this is another thing job hopping offers: experience for a portfolio. Because in the modern era, major companies are selective towards their employee candidates. They often only recruit people with experience, but still with relatable experience to the field they are assigned to. Also, they, they will know that the individuals they are assigning are indeed experienced with the work environment and can be used for harder work later on. Job hoppers can prove that they are capable of facing changes and diverse work environment. Companies can also see their work record, where they have worked, what field did they engage in, what type of people they usually face, etc. And hence, the portfolio that many employers are looking for. From the company's perspective, they can benefit from this too. Having very adaptive employees can be used in an era of constant change. Our last reason to agree on the motion is job hopping can be used as the solution to massive layoffs or other economic employment crisis. This is a major problem companies face in status quo. With high prices and low purchasing power in some parts of the world, companies tend to reduce their manpower to save on spending, but this causes many individuals to lose their main source of income. Once you get rid of a company, it is usually hard for you to come back. So the most acceptable solution is job hopping. Especially due to the employment crisis millennials and Gen Z are fighting now. Individuals will regain their main economic income as well as at least short-term stability. It is still risky. Yes, I do acknowledge it, but yeah, you can still be rejected by many employers. But the searching phase is the most important because this is where the doors of opportunity opens. The opposition may argue that job hopping only gives broad experience, not a deep one. But job hopping gives many diverse experience, and that tells something. It means that you are capable of working in a harsh and often diverse environment. Many people struggle with this because not every individual is capable of constantly adapting to changes. And at times, and at the times when changes are constant and stability is often at risk, job hopping can be quite a solution for people who tend to deepen their portfolio to make them look like a promising employee candidates for major companies. But isn't this isn't this motion to forcing like every people still have their freedom? One a person who specializes wants a long-term working contract, and some people wants job hoppings, but we didn't force you to do job hoppings. This house options, so it is optional for you. Before we end my turn, let me summarize my speech. What have I told you today? Job hopping can and may be used as means to search for opportunities, provide materials for the portfolio, and job hopping can be used as a solution for massive layoffs or other economic employment crisis. In conclusion, job hopping can be used as means for individuals to search for opportunities. The modern era rarely promised long-term stability and a high salary. Meanwhile, that is what everyone needs nowadays. So job hopping can be used as a solution to many problems the modern corporate world faces, such as mass layoffs or other employment crisis. Ga- Gaining a valuable opportunity is indeed difficult, but once you do, you'll be relieved because it leads to either stability or massive paychecks, and in some rare cases, even both. Thank you.